Are you updating your LinkedIn profile and want to know if it's any good? Are you looking for tips to help your LinkedIn profile appear in more recruiter and job searches? Then this video is for you. In today's video, we'll be discussing how to make your LinkedIn profile irresistible for recruiters and your future boss. If you're a returning subscriber, glad to have you back. If you're new, hello and welcome. I'm Luki and I make videos on what you didn't know you needed to know about jobs, careers, and life. Subscribe to stay up to date. I know, you've heard this before. And let's be kind to the new folks that are watching, okay? Thanks. Now let's get on with the video. LinkedIn can be such a helpful tool to land you a job and for your career success. But how do I know if my LinkedIn is any good? Let's look at 4 areas. First is foundations, hygiene, making sense, and completeness. At its foundation, your LinkedIn profile is a marketing tool to help folks understand why they would want to connect with you. When someone, like a recruiter, views your profile, they should go from top to bottom, and it should make sense. It's a professional site, so the information should be job and career related. I should know what you do or what you want to do in the case if you're switching careers, and also the value you can provide. On your profile, most of the major sections should be there, and your profile should be compelling enough for me to want to reach out and hit connect or message you. With that said, let's start with LinkedIn profile hygiene. Now, the first things that people will see when you appear in a search result, or if you somehow appear in their feed, is your picture and your headline. You must have a picture. I know some recruiters that will skip profiles that don't have pictures. Why? Perhaps it seems like that person didn't even put in the effort. The picture doesn't have to be anything special, but you need a picture. The picture should be professional looking. What professional means for you depends on the types of roles that you want. Generally, business casual is appropriate. If you're more into areas like business and finance, then you'll maybe want a collared shirt, maybe even tie, a blazer. For many others, you don't necessarily need the tie and blazer, and a collared shirt would be fine. A nice sweater might work as well, but avoid athletic wear like hoodies and such, unless you're in the athletic industry, or that sort of clothing is associated with your area of interest. The picture needs to look professional, though it doesn't have to be taken by a professional. Groom yourself, dress well, and have a friend take a picture. Avoid the selfie, and you're done. The good thing is that if you find a better picture, you can change it. After the picture is the headline. The headline should include the roles that you're applying for. I should be very easily able to tell what sort of role you're looking for. You should also consider putting some keywords based on the top skills or areas of interest. You can go into 5 or 10 job postings that you're interested in. Go all the way down to the bottom where you can see the list of skills. Open it up and do a cross-reference on commonalities between the job postings and the 3 to 5 skills that appear most often. You'll want to include those in your headline. Think of the concept of SEO, search engine optimization. You want to have enough keywords in the various parts of your profile so that the profile appears higher in the search results. Your headline is also an opportunity to share a bit about your personality. If you want, look to be a bit creative. Think about it. Your headline doesn't stand out by being exactly like everyone else's. The other aspects of your profile hygiene are your URL. If you've just created your profile, LinkedIn has defaulted some extra characters and numbers in order to make sure that you're unique in their database. Those characters make it hard for your profile to be remembered and also show that you didn't take much care in managing your profile. So go into your profile, click on Public Profile and URL on the top right. A new screen will appear and you'll have the option to edit your custom URL. Click the pencil button to make an edit. Note that if your name is fairly common, you may need to add a number or a city or a country code or a role to make yourself more unique. Like if you're in the Toronto area, you could put TO. If you're a marketer, you could put marketer, or if you're a dev, you could put dev. Something to make yourself unique in the LinkedIn database, and avoid using your birth date for security purposes. Next is your background image. LinkedIn will use a light blue and gray pattern as a default, and you can use royalty-free websites like pexels.com or unsplash.com to find an image to use. You can also use Canva and look for a LinkedIn banner, and there are some default templates as well. Avoid the first few as they're the most common for folks to use. Take a bit of time to showcase your creativity and your personality. Last hygiene area is your About section. You can think of this like your tell me about yourself answer, your cover letter, or your elevator pitch. Imagine that your future boss is looking at your profile. What would you want to tell them? You can consider continuing on from your headline. Consider adding one concrete example of an achievement that you've had related to your role. And consider adding a CTA, a call to action for folks to connect with you. And keep it simple, 2 to 4 paragraphs at most. You can also use emojis in order to add some character to your profile or organize it with bullets and such. Before we continue, if you're finding this video helpful, join the Focus Inspired Academy, which is your gym for career confidence. Go deeper into these concepts and apply them through group coaching to help you accelerate your career success. Check the link in the description box below for a free 1-month trial for supporting the channel. Now let's get on with the video. Now that you have most of the basics of your LinkedIn profile, you can add a few things to level it up. Your experience section should have all the relevant work experience, including dates. You can think of it as your online resume. Your resume is limited to 2 pages, but you can have much more on your LinkedIn profile. Remember, SEO, search engine optimization. Don't worry if it's duplicated on your About section and your headline. Think of it like a funnel. More information in the experience section, highlights in your About section, and the most relevant in your headline. Grab 5 to 10 different job postings of interest. Look at the responsibilities, the qualifications, and the requirements. Find the overlapping bullet points and add them to your profile, paraphrasing them based on your specific context. Even though a LinkedIn profile can be much longer than 2 pages, you don't want to be obnoxious about it. Keep it to 2, 4, maybe max 6 to 8 bullets. Education can be an important section as well. For students, if you don't have work experience, you can include information for projects or courses or assignments that you've done in order to help with the SEO of responsibilities, requirements, and skills that you have. Consider also adding a featured section for your portfolio, your personal website, your GitHub if you're a dev, or any other useful information. Make sure to fill your skills section as well. Find the 5-10 relevant job descriptions, scroll down to the bottom to the skills section, and start adding the most common and relevant ones. You're capped out at about 50 at the moment, and then you're going to have to pick and choose which ones stay and which ones go. With all of the sections above, everything should make sense. The headline needs to specifically showcase the roles we could put you in and the value you can provide. The About section needs to share your story and can be especially helpful for career switchers to outline the journey and potentially make sense of the experience or education if they're not exactly related. The experience should be as relevant to the roles you want as possible. Same with the education. Most of the other sections are just nice to have. Recommendations are always great if you can get them from past coworkers or bosses. To get a recommendation, consider giving them out first. You can use projects to showcase work that you've done. Volunteering can be super helpful for those that lack work experience. You can include any transferable skills within the volunteer experiences that you've done. You can also include any licenses, certifications, publications, patents, awards, honors, test scores, languages, organizations, or other causes that you are supporting. Then you can follow top voices, companies, groups, newsletters, schools in order to showcase your different interests. So take some time to update your LinkedIn, know your foundations, take care of your profile hygiene, have it make sense, and fill in whatever sections are relevant for your completeness. Do it all, and you'll have a great profile. If you found this video helpful to level up your LinkedIn, give this video a like as it helps reach a wider audience who might be interested in this video. Let me know if you have any questions or what you're struggling with in your job search or career, and feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on jobs, careers, and life. And YouTube recommends that you check out these videos next.